What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a Pittsburgh Steelers live post-game show here on Mike Drop Sports. I'm joined by Sean. What's up, Sean? How are you?
What's up, everybody? Wave them terrible towels. Let's go 3-0.
Hey, a big win by your Pittsburgh Steelers, Sean. Yeah, it started out a little dismal, man, but we are back in action with a win as the Pittsburgh Steelers improve to 3-0 here on this young season. What's up, Miss Pittsburgh? What's up, Russ? Russ says, so proud of this team. We got us a quarterback, and this defense is nasty. Yeah, Sean, the defense definitely the story of the game there for a majority of it. Not allowing the Chargers to get those big touchdowns. Justin Herbert was completing a lot of passes, but yet they were able to hold on, able to fight through this. At the end of the game, Nick Herbig, after an injury to Alex Highsmith, becoming a star today in my eyes. I thought he really played lights out. TJ Watt eventually getting there, hitting home. Joe Alt played a good game, but ended up being injured at the end also. But still, the Steelers with a big W, Sean. What do you think about that Steelers on defense? I know we want to talk about Justin Fields and his performance today, and we will dive into that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about that defense first. What'd you think of them, brother?
Lights out performance once again, man. The Steelers defense went out there and played amazing. I'm just so thrilled. I mean, from everywhere I looked, they were just doing their job. There was a few, plays that I thought, man, they could do better than that. But man, for the most part, like I saw Patrick Queen making some clutch tackles. I saw Joey Porter Jr. throwing a wide receiver around.
Yeah,
Um, bro, like Nick Herbig was just they tried to take Watt out of the game and they were doing a good job. And Nick Herbig just rised up to the occasion and was making plays. And then I was really happy to see TJ Watt get a sack against Joe Alt. So
yeah.
because he was playing lights out for the first 2 weeks, he didn't let Crosby get any pressures or hits on the quarterback. And I forgot who the other guy was that he shut down, but he didn't shut down TJ Watt. That's a very tall order to ask of any guy to stop TJ Watt from making a sack. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm so pleased, man. We have like the best defense in the NFL right now, and man, you can't ask for much of a better performance.
Yeah, it was really awesome, man. And I gotta say, it was definitely something that was really cool to see, man. What a show, man. What a show. We're gonna talk about all of that and really talk about the Steelers here. Sorry, I was messing with some things here as we were moving through, just trying to learn here a little bit. Mason McCormick is a beast, baby. That's from Mark Collins. Yeah, what'd you think about that? Mason McCormick coming in for Spencer Anderson wasn't performing up to snuff. Mike Tomlin and company make that change quickly. What do you think about that, Sean? And was that something that you enjoyed seeing?
I really enjoyed seeing that, and I noticed once he came in, I started seeing the Chargers defensive line going backwards 5-6 yards, and Najee Harris was out there and making some powerful runs. They really turned it up in the second half, man, with the run game, and they almost looked unstoppable. So my hats off to Mason McCormick, bro. What a performance he did, and what a statement, man. This was a big statement game in many ways.
Many ways, man. No doubt. Douglas Ball Fields just keeps getting better and better. Here we go. I like it, man. I like it. I like it. Sean, I think, can you select comments too?
No, brother, that's
Okay,
only
I was just
yeah,
making sure. All right, we'll
yeah.
figure that out one day here.
I could see
All
him
right,
though.
yeah. Fields keeps getting better and better, man. He did have a big day. Let's run through some of these stats, the leaders of the game in terms of statistical categories. Justin Fields, 273 yards passing for Justin Fields. What have we been saying all week, Sean? Justin Fields had to take a giant leap. This is the game Justin Fields had to get the job done, man. And I got to say, I thought he took that leap that we've been talking about, that we thought that he needed to make this week. I thought it was a stellar performance. The interception wasn't totally on him. That ball got batted around and beat around, and it just happened to end up in the hands of one Bud Dupree, a former Pittsburgh Steeler linebacker. But Overall, let's talk about the performance of Justin Fields. 273 yards, scoring a touchdown on the ground, another through the air to Calvin Austin III, whom had a big day also. What'd you think? And how did you feel about Justin's performance and his stellar performance in his third game as the Pittsburgh Steelers starting quarterback?
Man, I couldn't be more impressed with Justin Fields. I honestly I doubted him, and I doubted him for many weeks. I didn't even want them to bring him into Pittsburgh when I first heard about it. And I got to say, I think I was wrong about Justin Fields. He's proven it to me that through play, and he like we all noticed, he's getting better and better each and every week. And he's really protected the ball. He hasn't been like having a bunch of turnovers. And like you said, that one wasn't really on Justin Fields there. I'm very impressed with Justin Fields, and man, I take back everything I said about you. I was wrong, and we might just have a future with this guy, And I'm happy to be wrong about this. This is something that I'm
Yeah.
surprised about, and thank God that we might actually have a quarterback that can move too.
Me too. Sorry, guys, I was wrong. That was total, I think, yardage for Justin Fields. He was 25 of 32, 245 yards, one touchdown, one interception. He had two sacks for 13 yards. But overall, like Sean said, this just might be a guy. And I got to say, too, I've pointed out Justin Fields, his deficiencies early and often, man. But I've thought to myself, hey, can he improve? Possibly. We'll see. And he has improved on some of those things. The processing has got better. This is year 4 for Justin. This is a year that is a make or break year. And I say if he performs and keeps getting better, you figure out how to pay him. You figure out how to keep him in the city of Pittsburgh. And sometimes it takes a while. He's had the deficiencies for a long time. Hopefully those are gone. But we'll see and continue to watch him. But this was a statement game in many ways to echo what you said there. Najee Harris, dude, 18 carries, 70 yards, 21 being as long. But I thought Najee did this. His yardage may not have been up there in a high number. His statistical numbers not eye popping. But today he toted the ball when necessary, getting the necessary yards, keeping the defense honest. What'd you think about Najee Harris, his performance today, and what that meant to this Steelers offense?
I love the way Najee runs the ball. I know he's not getting over 100 yards a game, but these 70 yards a game are hard fought yards. Each and every yard, he's dragging defenders with him. He's literally getting contact right at the line of scrimmage, but he finishes with a gain of 3 yards, 2 or 3 yards, and that all adds up. And then a couple good runs where he got a couple 8, 9, maybe 10 yard run there, but bro, like the guy is a bruiser. And when you're a defender and you're out there each and every play trying to bring down a guy like that, it gets tiring and it hurts. It's like
Yeah.
running into a wall over and over again. And his durability is proven to keep going. Like here we go on year number 4, week 3, still no injuries for Najee Harris, giving us some good yardage out there. And I'm just very pleased with Najee Harris and what he brings to the table. I love the guy.
Yeah, no doubt. You said injuries. We'll talk more about the injuries as we get more news out of who's injured, who's not. Alex Highsmith, I know, is the big one. You had Corey Trice rolling the dice, getting a hamstring injury. That's unfortunate. Mark Collins says, and they said he couldn't throw the ball on time and down the middle of the field. These critics need to shut up. I have to say this, Mark. He couldn't before. He was very dismal at it, but he has improved, and that's what you were looking for. And the critics were right about him. However, what Justin did was he's worked on his game and he's become a better player, and that's all you can ask for, and that's what you were looking for with Justin Fields. So he is shutting up the critics right now by his play and what he has been able to do. So I'm very thankful to see Justin continue his trend upward, no doubt about it. The Steelers are for real when they ain't playing. Let's go. Absolutely. I love it. It's always an ugly start, but we always find a way to pull it out and win. Absolutely love that too. Russ says Super Bowl for Russ. Russ is saying Super Bowl. What's up, Justin Meneke, 3-0. Douglas Ball ringing the sentiment that I thought earlier. Defense, defense, defense. Absolutely. Thank you, man. Thank you, Tom. We appreciate you listening to us in the car. And as always, guys, like, share, subscribe here to Steel City Live. This is our live post-game show. I'm Jason. That's Sean. We're here on our new format. So it's ever so important for you guys to like the video, share the videos, and really continue to spread the word about Mic Drop Sports and what we do here. And I appreciate you supporting our work here on the channel. Douglas Ball, after Porter made that one mistake, he made up for it all game. Yeah, I thought Joey Porter Jr. played a very solid game, both special teams wise and defensively. How'd you like Joey Porter Jr. today, Sean? Were you happy with his performance and what he was able to do as the lead dog at the cornerback spot?
Yeah, I do, man. I mean, he's only human. We all make mistakes, and like you said, he made up for it, and I think he makes up for it in many ways. You know, he's a shutdown corner, and he really did a good job today. You know, and I think he does a good job each and every week. I might even go as far as saying he might be one of the best in the NFL, and thank God Pittsburgh got him. You know, and isn't it so cool that we got somebody with Steeler roots too? He grew up with his dad playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers, as you guys already know. So you know the love is there in the locker room, and he wants to do the best for the team. And man, we couldn't ask for a better option. Joey Porter Jr. Let's go.
Absolutely, man. Great performance. Love the towel. I love the new towel, Sean. Love it. Russ, what's up, Jason and Sean? It's Fields' team now. Do you agree, Sean? Is this Justin Fields' team? Can you bench Justin Fields if you were Mike Tomlin right now if he is healthy? Can you turn away from the young gun in Justin Fields?
Not now. This is now Justin Fields' team for sure. Why would we pull out something that's gotten us to a 3-0 start? First time in how many years that's ever happened? So, man, yeah, we cannot pull the guy now. Russ, you're just going to have to sit there and watch the young boy cook. You're not cooking no more.
Yeah,
Justin
amen,
Fields
man.
is.
Yeah, one. Hey, penalties were less too today, Sean. What's up, Nick? Yeah, Russ. Yeah, good comeback by Jones, but the penalties were definitely a little bit less today. What do you think about that? Do you think that was a good rebound?
Man, that's what we needed right there. Those penalties absolutely were killing us last week, just week in and week out. And today was a great performance as far as penalties. That's exactly what we need, and it needs to continue throughout the rest of the season. If they could keep playing like that, like I say, put up over 20 points, which, by the way, they could have easily punched that ball in and got that game could have been 27-10. And if you put up, like I said yesterday, over 24 points with our defense, there's not very many teams that's going to be able to beat Pittsburgh right now. So things are looking up. Things are looking real good in Pittsburgh.
Broadway's pissed, Sean. You said about that just now. 27 points could have easily been put up. Do you, as a sportsman, go for the kill, step on the throat there at the end, and put that ball into the end zone when you know the game is won, or do you just kneel it down? What do you do?
I personally would have I would have shoved a dagger in hard, bro. I would have went for the points, and not only that, it would help Justin Fields' numbers. It would help all the critics just kind of zip it up and be quiet about him not being able to do long drives and score in the red zone. I want to see more points in the red zone. That's what I would
Yeah.
have loved to have seen. But they did the smart, safe thing. They did the Mike Tomlin thing. They played it safe. So hey,
No
you know
doubt.
what? We still got the W, and I'm happy. I won't complain. But we all know we could have crushed them 27-10.
Yeah,
All
no
those.
doubt. Oh, watch. You better put that down on StreamYard. Do it off
Woo!
camera.
My bad.
Calvin Austin, 4 catches, 95 yards, 1 touchdown, 55-yard touchdown throw. Pitch and catch from Justin Fields to Calvin Austin. What'd you think about Calvin Austin and his performance today? I thought it was pretty good. 5 targets, 4 catches. Yeah, Oscar, we did win. But what'd you think about Big Calvin coming out and stepping up into that number 2 wide receiver role that the Steelers so desperately needed, considering George Pickens was held to 5 catches on 7 targets for 57 yards.
Man, I loved it. I've been waiting to see him break free and blow the top off any defense, and we finally got to see him hit the boosters and really take off and put some points up. We all know he's capable of doing it, and I hope he continues to do it week in and week out. It's really good to see, Justin Fields firing the ball across the middle of the field, and hitting our receiver and scoring a 50 plus yard touchdown. That's awesome, bro. Hats off to
Yeah.
Calvin Austin. Hats off to the Steelers today, bro.
No doubt, man. I appreciate that too. Big one from Calvin Austin. We needed that breakdown. The Browns got beat, Sean. The Browns got beat, dude. That was a big one, man. No
You
doubt.
know, the
I
Browns
heard they were
suck, bro.
chanting for Watson to be benched in Cleveland, man, today at the game.
Hey, $250 million or something like that. And
Yeah,
how many years they got to put up with that? It's the bed they made, and they got to lay in it.
no doubt, man. Hey guys, this is also helping us here in this live chat. Well, we're not going to probably talk about every comment, but every comment gets pretty much brought up there. So make sure you're still putting your comments in. We're going to try to answer everybody. But, keep reading on the little bubbles there because you'll see everybody's comments. So it's much appreciated. And we will use a lot of them as talking points here, too. Mark Collins, he had 6 drops, 3 bad balls. I said Justin Fields is a starter. Facts and future. I told you, everyone. You're on that one, Mark. I love it. I love it. I love it. Justin did very well, and I'm glad. I'm just against Tomlin is such a wimp. Yeah, he dude for sure. I can't fault him there at the end. I would have probably put my dagger in him too, man, just like Sean said. But it is what it is. They were going to win the game. It wasn't in a question. They didn't have to do it. So we'll give him a pass on that one a little bit, but I can see what you're saying there, definitely. But another thing I want to talk about here, Sean, is I felt like the handcuffs got pulled off of Justin Fields a little bit. That Mike Tomlin did lift his thumb off of this offense a little bit, especially when they came out in the second half. And excuse me, they were spreading the ball around a little bit, coming out in a little bit different looks and things of that nature. Do you think Mike Tomlin took his grips off of Justin a little bit today?
I think so, man. I mean, I would never know for sure, but it looked like there was some kind of a difference made for sure. They seemed to be a bit more aggressive, and they were throwing the ball down the field a little bit more, which is why we got to move the chains as much as they did today. So yeah, something obviously changed, and it was for the better. And whatever it was, hopefully that continues, and not only just continues throughout week to week, but we continue to see more and more yards and points being put up.
No doubt, man. It was awesome, man. Yeah, the Clowns did lose to the Giants. That was pretty good, man. I should have picked the Clowns to lose. I should have known better.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, big time, man. Who's playing now? I think we got Baltimore. They play at 4:25, so they should be kicking off here in a few minutes. Yeah, so those games are underway. Just wanted to let you all know as a reminder also that Caleb Williams is a monumental bust in their loss 21-16 to the Indianapolis Colts. Just saying that, he sucks. Danny
Yeah.
George could have been a little bit better of a game on defense, but they looked better than last week. I got to say this, Sean. I think this was an overall team win. I thought that they played really well. Corliss Waitman as the punter really impressed me with his 50-plus yard
Yeah.
punts over and over and over again. Boswell, I thought Mike Tomlin should have never wheeled him out there to kick a 62-yard field goal in Acrisure Stadium to ruin his consecutive made field goal streak. I thought that one was something that was a little bit of a stretch. It's never been done in Acrisure. It's a hard place to kick. It's not a place that you kick 60-plus yarders. But overall, I got to say, this team performed well all across the board, man. Did you think this was a solid all 3 phase win, including coaching? Or did you still see some deficiencies out there that need cleaned up?
You mentioned that about Tomlin putting Boswell out there for a 62-yarder, and I said the same thing to my wife. I said, that's a big tall order to have a kicker go out there and try to kick a 62-yarder in Acrisure Stadium. That's hard to do. There's not very many kickers in the NFL that can do that at all.
No,
Um,
if
so
any.
and poor Boswell, that hurts his stats. That reflects on him, and shame on Tomlin for that. So, but as you ask, yeah, I would say it was a win on special teams, on offense and defense. This was a great showing for the Pittsburgh Steelers today, and my hopes and beliefs became that much stronger this week. I always knew that they were going to be good this year from all their draft picks and their changing and firings and everything, all the changes that they made. I knew they're going to be better this year, but they're showing to be better than what I was even thinking. That's great.
No doubt, man. Hey, it's better than what we anticipated. We thought this team was going to need a lot of growth here early in the season. I think that is happening. I think you see a ball club too, Sean, and I don't know if it's just me. So maybe you'll chime in here on this. I see a team that plays for each other, that gives a shit about each other, that shows that play in, play out, that really is starting to have that dynamic that you don't see a lot of teams have. Even good teams, sometimes you don't see them have that. And I think that's something that might be being overlooked a little bit. A locker room that seems to be becoming tight, that seems to really want to win and strive to be good for each other. Are you seeing that, or is it just me?
No, I'm seeing that too. These guys are forming that brotherhood that it takes, to go all the way to the end of the season and into the postseason. If you guys are they're gelling well. Everybody, the team's coming together and they're gelling together, and that's exactly what we've been needing and waiting for. And it's kind of surprising too, with all the injuries we've had on the offensive line, and for these guys to come in and step up. It really does build morale in the locker room, knowing that you got even starters that are on their way back, that are going to be coming back to the field, like Isaac Sumalu, and that's uplifting to know that, hey, we're still dominant even with our bench. We are loaded with depth, and that's what Jason's been preaching to everybody for weeks, months. It's all about depth, and if you got a good depth to your roster, uh, it's like having no weak links to your team. So if somebody goes
Yeah.
out, you got the next man up, and he's going to start performing and making big plays. The morale
Mhm.
just keeps going up and up and up, and that's how you get W's stacked up.
No, and Russ says Nick Herbig brought it. That was speaking of depth, man. I thought he became a superstar today, dude. I truly do. I thought that this was the Nick Herbig coming out party, the one that he needed in order to show the Pittsburgh Steelers that without Alex Highsmith, that this defense will still move in the way that it should, maybe even a little bit better. I hate to say that because I love Alex Highsmith as a ball player. I think he's a quality ball player. But man, when you put that speed opposite of TJ Watt, it creates a dynamic for opposing offenses that they have yet to see that much speed coming at them that fast with moves and strength and power. And it's a complete package, man. Nick Herbig, superstar in the making, or just a guy that's going to play across from TJ Watt? Your thoughts, Sean?
Superstar in the making, bro. He was out there. I'll just go out and say it. He's better than Highsmith. Like, I saw it today. I saw Alex Highsmith in the first half get into the backfield and miss the quarterback. He straight up missed him when he had an opportunity to bring him down for a sack. And then you get Nick Herbig in there, and bro, he doesn't miss. He gets back there. He's gonna knock the ball loose, or he's gonna get a sack. The guy is showing me already that he's better than Highsmith. And so I believe, yeah, he's the next superstar, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Sorry guys, I got mixed up in the chats. Now the Ravens must go down to make the day complete. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna start back up where we're at. I missed some chat stuff. I think the Steelers were more aggressive because they were playing against a healthy quarterback. Maybe, man. I thought Justin Herbert's just really, really good, Sean. Didn't you think that? He was picking them apart at the beginning, but the Steelers didn't break, dude. And I think that's what you got to admire about this team: adversity, injuries, a quarterback doing what Herbert was doing, man, completing pass after pass, but yet not giving up big monster plays consistently, getting their team behind. The offense doing what it needed to do to stay in the game, grinding away, chipping away. I thought that showed a lot about this Pittsburgh Steelers team, in my opinion. And I think Russ said, that would be 3 games up if these other teams lose. I think that's a significant hole to climb out of if you're part of the AFC North.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I see Mark Collins says, yes, Herbig did miss one tackle. But, bro, I'm talking about when he gets in the backfield and he puts pressure on the quarterback, he finishes the play. And he didn't miss the quarterback once he got back there. Maybe he missed a tackle outside the pocket. But, hey, that, like I said, they're all humans. And you can't make all
Yeah.
the tackles, and that's what it takes a team to build a dream. And the guy is solid, man. And that's all we're trying to say is Herbig isn't a
Yeah.
star. He's a star in the making, bro.
He's a star. Yeah, we did a show long ago, man, a daily upload, and I'll never let that one go, and I'll die on this hill. It was announcing Nick Herbig as a star, and today's performance showed me what was up. Yeah, and he did miss one tackle, and that's actually good for me, man. I think it was a good day overall for him when he came in. A guy coming off the bench, getting it done, man, and that's it. Not one person gave our Steelers a chance to win the AFC North. After today, our first place 3-0, the Ravens 0-3, Bengals 0-3, Browns 1-2. Let's go. That would be really nice, Sean, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
Oh man, it's something we haven't seen in so many years. Is the Steelers sitting in first place with a little bit of comfort room? Like, what a great
Mhm.
feeling this is, and what a great start to the year. And isn't that something we were talking about? Got to come
Oh,
out strong this year in the beginning because the back half is going to be so crucial.
yes. And I've been saying it over and over. 6 wins is a necessity before week 9. That's what they got to have. They're going to be entering the bye week around there, 9, 10, week 9 or 10. And you got to have 6 wins. That's a necessity. I really, truly believe that. Anything else would be a bonus, man. And everybody else losing is definitely a bonus there, too. Yes. If we stay healthy, I bet we play the Texans in AFC Championship game. Just think 2 Ohio State Buckeyes. I ain't getting that far ahead of myself just yet, man. I ain't getting that far ahead of myself. I think that they're playing well, but I'm not going to AFC Championship game status just yet. What was that called on the defense? Delayed on the defense. What the hell was that? Yeah, that defensive delay a game. That's a rare call, guys. You don't see that often. I haven't seen it in a long, long time. I couldn't tell you when the last time I saw that happen. What they're talking about probably happened here is Keanu Benton probably either said something, motioned in a way that it disrupted the offense's ability to get the playoff. Now, I don't know exactly what happened there. The replay didn't show me much, but that's what it is, guys. Nick the Stick Herbig. Yeah, the big stick. Right
Man,
now, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a Cowboys fan too. I bet Zach Frazier wins Rookie of the Year on offense for the Steelers. Sean, did you see Zach Frazier? His ability as a center to get up to that second level. I thought that that's something really special from him, man. And I think it's something that shouldn't be overlooked. Were you noticing that about Zach Frazier? What'd you think of his performance today?
yeah, I did notice that. I've actually noticed it the past few weeks in a row. He's been doing that. The guy is something special for sure, and I think that he might be a Rookie of the Year candidate. Absolutely, and it's not every year you see a rookie come in and perform like this. So he truly is something special, and what a great joy to be able to watch this on our team in Pittsburgh. Awesome,
Yeah.
way to go, Omar Khan. Awesome.
No doubt, man. Yeah, you weren't hearing about Herbig, but man, here he comes. DJ Thomas, I do feel Justin Flex almost put the game on his back. What we needed. Yeah, I wouldn't say he put the game on his back. Still, I'm not going that far yet because I just don't think he did it. But I thought it was a good complete team win. Justin shined though, guys, and I will give him that. Did he carry this football team? No, because the defense was stellar at many points of the game. Did they have some occasion where they broke a little bit? Absolutely. But this is the NFL. Teams are going to score, especially good teams. I thought that this was a signature win, Sean, because of how good I thought that the Chargers were. And I thought that they realized too, when Herbert got hurt, they weren't going to push the issue of bringing him back in because they understood that the Steelers were starting to control this game and that losing Herbert long term wasn't worth trying to keep going there. But I thought this was a signature win. How do you feel about the caliber of the win here today? What it means for this team?
Oh, absolutely huge. This was a statement game. Two and 0 teams coming in and squaring off. You got the Chargers coming in with a new coach, Harbaugh, who's he's a known, basically a legend in the making of coaching. Both the Harbaughs are great coaches. They do a good job preparing for each and every
Yeah.
team, but you can't really prepare for this defense that's in Pittsburgh. And along with Justin Fields and what he's done by growing each and every week. The Steelers obviously are just the better team. And I honestly feel like it was probably a mistake on Harbaugh to actually throw Herbert out there, knowing he was questionable before even coming to Pittsburgh. this defense, you got to be 100% mobile because they're coming at you from all different angles. So I feel like they rolled the dice with putting Herbert out there, and now he may be hurt even further into the season, and they might have just shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah. Well, it shows you one thing, Sean, I think, too. It shows you how valuable a 3-0 record early in the season is within your division, especially for the Chargers. They play with the Chiefs in that AFC West division. So that just shows you, and Steeler fans should really be thrilled about this, too. 3-0 is something very, very important to any team, especially in the AFC. You might
Yeah,
you might see a Highsmith next excuse me, next season take a hike. You never know. I don't know how they handle that, but we'll see. I hope they he stays healthy, gets back to being healthy rather, and really helps solidify this depth, man. I believe we go 6-0 till the bye. There's a lot more game. I think there's I think it's week 9, Sean. So what could we be? 8. I think we'd have 8 games under our belt. So hopefully, man, I hope so, Mark. I'd like a undefeated record.
yeah.
Brian, 3-0. Who would have guessed it? Let's go. Mike Drop Sports would have guessed it. We said it. Yeah, and all these national media people that sat there and said the Steelers would be in the basement of the AFC North. We went against it all offseason. So yes, we would have guessed it here. I feel like we have been pretty spot on with our assessment of this team thus far. Now, things could take a turn, man. They could fall off the rails in a heartbeat because these injuries are mounting up, Sean. You had the injury to Trice. You had the injury to Dante Jackson, the shoulder. Van Jefferson goes down with an eye injury. It's just a lot to handle. Do you think the Steelers continue to overcome these injuries? Alex Highsmith with the hamstring, Corey Trice the hamstring. So do you think the Steelers can withstand this? And do you think some of these injuries may be long term, or do you think hopefully some of them are a more short term thing?
I think because of the depth that the Steelers have, they can push through this and still perform very well at a high level. And that's just one good thing that Tomlin, and the Steelers do is they got these guys this year. They went out and they drafted some people so we can have that depth because we know each and every year the injury bug comes around and it hits you somewhere at some point. And the fact that these guys have already been stepping up and making plays, and the Steelers keep stacking W's tells me that nothing's going to change. They're going to keep going out there and getting better and better each week. I mean, look what happened today with McCormick. These guys are coming out there, stepping up and doing their job, and I don't see why that would change anytime soon. I think that this is the Steelers are in a good spot. What a great start to the year, 3-0. This is exactly what we needed. The Baltimore Ravens and the Bengals and the Browns are all struggling, while the Steelers seem to be pushing through with perseverance. And this is a great sign, you guys. I see the Steelers winning the North this year. And hey, what
I
a great
love it.
year,
I
huh?
love it. 5-1 last year within the division, so I'm down for it. Justin Fields might be him. You never know, Derpy. Our defense beat them down. Cam Hayward still has it. I was excited to see Cam Hayward get that sack, Sean. I thought it was going to
Yeah.
go half to TJ Watt and bring him within a half sack of the 100 sack mark and be the second youngest player to ever get that done. I think he gets it done here next week. I really truly do. But man, that was cool to see. What you call it,
Well,
Cam Hayward get that done.
the old man was coming in hot, bro. He was coming in hot on one side. Then you had Watt coming in. Like there was nowhere for Herbert to go. And I kind of felt bad for him for a split second. And then I was like, hey, this is on Harbaugh. He threw him out there with a when he's not 100%. And this is what's going to happen because the Steelers defense it's a high revved engine and they're coming hot.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I think Justin's our guy. I love it. Baltimore and the Cowboys about to play. We did that one 21-10. I believe 21-10 was my prediction. Let's see. AK. I'm going to go through. Let's see if it AK Davis, guys, hit the score 21-10. His prediction 21-10. Way to
Woo!
go, AK. Spot on, man. AK Davis gets the correct score. Cap 10 was close. He picked 20-13. I picked 24-17. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of you guys were pretty close, man. But
What
AK hit it right on the head, bro.
what did I say? Do you have mine written down? I didn't write mine down.
Mm,
How bad? How far off?
23-9. You were damn close too. You were up
Woo!
by 3 points for the Steelers and one for the Chargers. So you guys were the two closest.
Hey, AK, hats off to you, buddy.
Miss Pittsburgh, I'll tell you your prediction if I have it here. I don't have, yes, I do. 22-19. Miss Pittsburgh, you were pretty close too, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Mic Drop Sports. It's just a bunch of knowledgeable fans.
Uh-huh.
I love it. You guys are awesome.
Russ says I predicted 27-17. Should have had 27. Russ,
Yep.
you predicted 31-13 the day before, but we'll give you the 21-17.
Jason's got you, bro. He's
I got
taking
you down
notes.
for 31-13. That's okay. Russ changed it today or last night. That's okay. You can change your predictions. You're allowed, guys. We are free rolling people here, my friends. Mark Collins, 20-13. Let's find Mark. Mark, you did put 20-13, Mark. You were pretty damn close, too. Pretty damn close. You had the Steelers score right. Bloodline 4124. Boss's field goal was his 1000th career point. Congratulations to Chris Boswell on that. Miss Pittsburgh says Baltimore is running the football. Touchdown, Baltimore. Caroline Graham,
Ooh.
hey, where's the new guy? He's cool.
Yeah,
Um,
Nick.
yeah, he's not going to be on every time. Nick is he'll be on here and there. He's the producer, really. There he is, right there. He'll be on though. He'll be on. We like Nick too.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy for sure.
Nick says 24-10. Well, let me see, Nick. I got receipts. I got receipts, Nick. That's why I always write everything down. Yep, you did, Nick. You're close, brother. You're close. TD, I had 20-10, but you closed the chat out. Ah, sorry, TD. Sorry. It's all right, Nick. Producer Slick Nick. That's what I'm going to call him. Producer Slick Nick. But
Slick
anyway,
Nick.
guys, thank you for joining us. We are going to continue here with the Steelers Live post-game show here only on Mike Drop Sports. As always, a much appreciation for your likes, subscribe, share. We truly appreciate that. And right now with our new format, we're not in the shorts feed anymore. At least I don't think so. So we need your support. We need you to share. We need you to hit the like. Comments are awesome. So we need your support more than ever. Also, go follow us on Twitter, on X, also Facebook, Mike Drop Sports. Also, go follow all of Sleeper Sports Media stuff. And as we continue to try to build an empire here in this Pittsburgh sports community and really bring you guys truthful stuff each and every day. Wish they'd use Darnell Washington in the red zone more. Yeah, Sean, I didn't see that today, and I thought that that was something they could have used. I thought red zone was an issue still for this team. What'd you think about the red zone performance of the Steelers?
Yeah, man, I was thinking the same thing. It'd be nice to see them put more points up in the red zone. They were within 10 yards at one point, and they couldn't punch one in, and they ended up bringing Boswell out for a field goal, and that kind of irked me a little bit. I really want to see the same thing, you guys. Yeah, Brian, I agree with you 100%. I want to see more of Darnell Washington also. I saw Muth out there, that one pass that should have been caught, and he didn't bring it in. That was on a big play, and we could have used that. And that's when I started saying to my wife, "It's like, man, why don't they just bring out Darnell Washington? I seen him already go out there and make a great catch with his hands. He went out and got the ball.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what the big deal is. Maybe it has to do with money. They want to, they're paying Pat Freiermuth, so they want to go utilize them. I don't know what it is, but I'm a bigger fan of Washington than I am of Freiermuth. I'll say it right now. I don't care the wrath I get from the fans, but that's just my own belief. I think that Darnell Washington can bring a lot more to the table.
Yeah, I like Big Darnell, man. I think he can do a lot, no doubt about it. Let's update you on some 425 game scores. Baltimore leads Dallas 7-0, 9:36 in the first quarter. Detroit up 7-0 against the Arizona Cardinals in the first quarter with 9:18 remaining. San Francisco up 7-0 against the Rams. So those are your 425 games right now. Let's keep going. I think the Bears are thinking they made the right quarterback move. I know the Bears aren't thinking they made the right quarterback move. Caleb Williams sucks ass. Let's be real. Mm. John Broadway, I believe I said 23-13, only 6 points off. Let's see, John. I got receipts. Let's
I
see if
see.
we can find John Broadway.
Sorry, Nick. I know he's your guy. I knew I was going to catch it.
23-13. You did say that, John B.
Ooh.
Russ, my bad. You're right. That's my last game score. It's okay, Russ. You're allowed to change it, my friend. You don't have to be pinpointed down on anything. We're good. Now on the live. Yesterday you had said 20-10. Who said that? I didn't say that. I said 24-17. I don't know. You might be talking to somebody else. I said 24-17. I was off. What was my prediction? Tom Ford. Let's see. Tom Ford, you said 17-10. You were pretty damn close too. The best hat on YouTube. My hat. The best Steelers chat. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you, my friend. You guys make it the best. Nick says, easy on Fryermuth is my guy. He's got to catch that, though. He does got to catch that, though. When you're getting paid the bucks, you got to make those catches. But I thought it was a good performance from Pat Fryermuth today. There was an obvious hold on Pickens at 155 before the half. I thought that too, Sean, but not called. It is what it is. You can't change those things. How'd you think the officiating was today as opposed to the last couple weeks?
It wasn't as bad. It was obviously a better showing for Pittsburgh Steelers. The Chargers got flagged a lot more today, but that's on them. It's all about preparing each and every week to go out there and just not make any mistakes. And yeah, I don't feel like the refs were going too crazy with everything. They kind of let the guys play a little bit, like you guys said. Pickens was probably held on that play before the half, but you got to let the guys play a little bit. And sometimes I would prefer them to just turn a blind eye a little bit if there's a little bit of grabbing on a jersey while you guys are running 19 miles per hour down the field trying to get open. There's gonna be a little bit of touching, like rubbing is racing kind of type thing. So
rubbing is racing, baby.
I don't like it when they take over the game. The refs, it makes it almost unwatchable.
Yeah, it does. It really does, man. When it's poor officiating, it's horrible. We hate it. It's just not worth watching. The league better start getting scared. If our offense can score 20 points or more, we are going to end up with 12 to 14 wins. I agree. I think the average has to be 24, 25 points a game. I think we're all pretty much in agreement with that. And I think that this, all of a sudden, the Pittsburgh Steelers become a real threat in the AFC because of that defense. And if the defense can stay somewhat healthy, that's definitely a plus. But we'll cross our fingers because health hasn't been exactly on our side this year so far. However, Sean, how about that big dropped interception by PQ, Patrick Queen? I thought he played really well today, but man, I would have loved to seen him come up with that pick.
Me too, man. I'm laughing because I can visualize him punching the ground after he dropped that. The frustration was real with him. He wanted that ball so bad. And you know what? He played a great game today too. I did see him, make a mistake or two, but I also seen him make some good tackles. And he was there, almost got a pick. Good job, man.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I thought you were done. I cut you off. I couldn't hear you very good. Sorry.
Oh, no worries, man. No worries. Yeah, I'm just saying. I love the way they play.
I wanted to ask you this. Do you think the Steelers and Mike Tomlin name what Meadow Anarchy says right here? Do you name Justin Fields the starter now if you're Mike Tomlin, or do you keep this charade of Russ's hurt going?
Mike Tomlin can't afford to pull Justin at this point. Justin has gone out there and won 3 straight games, and he has no real turnovers. He's protecting the ball. He's completing passes. He's able to extend plays outside of the pocket. If he was to pull Justin Fields, he would catch a wrath that he's never seen before from the Pittsburgh nation, and that's something he doesn't want any part of. I think that he has no choice. He has to leave Justin Fields in. He is the starter. There is just no other way around it.
Do you name him, though, officially?
I would, yes. I would name him the starter. Absolutely.
Well, you heard it there first, guys. Sean says name him. I say I don't know. I don't know, but I can get on board with naming him now too, I guess. So Sean says name him, and I think a lot of you are all calling for that too. Play calling was much better today, except for abandoning the run until the end. Actually attack the middle of the field today too. I thought they did attack the middle of the field. I thought that that was something that started to open this offense up. You guys got to remember too that the Chargers have a good defense, and running the football just wasn't working, and they were really held to minimal yards, and the Steelers had to put them back on their heels, as we talked about in the pregame show. And I thought they started to do that, and I thought the first half was a setup for things to come, man. And yeah, definitely, I think they attacked the middle of the field. Were you excited about that, Sean, seeing the middle of the field being used a little bit today?
Oh man, absolutely. And each time they did utilize the middle of the field, it seemed like they were getting big gains. The other team wasn't ready for it. And man, if they can just continue to do that, the sky's the limit, man. And I'm just like I say, I'm pleased on all three sides of the ball. Amazing job today.
No doubt, man. Everybody's really high on the Steelers. I hate to see when they get that first loss, what everybody says.
Oh yeah, they'll turn their back real quick.
We'll see. Our crew's pretty consistent, so I'm cool with it. Nick says Cowboys nailed a 65-yard field goal. That is a
Wow.
7-3 lead for the Baltimore Ravens. Dallas currently has the ball first and 10 at the Dallas 35 with 6:33 remaining in the first half, or in the first quarter, rather. Sorry. I've been saying, the best show in town is here. Thank you, Miss Pittsburgh. We truly appreciate it. And you are right. This is the best show in town. That's why you should like, subscribe, share, and really help us continue to build this community. We always appreciate your super chats. We appreciate your memberships. You guys, we appreciate your comments and your just unwavering support each and every show. And we are so proud to call you guys part of the Mic Drop Mafia here on Mic Drop Sports. Thank you so much. I'm Jason. That's Sean. We are here live with our Steelers post game show. We truly appreciate that. And yeah, we're going to continue to push through here. Another score update: Detroit 7, Arizona 7. Arizona
Woo.
with the ball first and 10 on the Arizona 35 with 5:08 remaining in the first quarter. San Francisco remains up 7-0 against the Rams. So just a couple score updates for you guys. Let's keep going here. Unfortunately, I think the Ravens will win today. That's from Tom. Mark Collins. Ravens up 7-3. Albert Wright. Tomlin likes to play the hot hand. Only way Russ goes in is an injury or Fields crapping the bed. I think that's safe to say. How about you, Sean? I think it's pretty safe.
Yeah, man. I agree. He's went out there and he showed what he can bring to the table, and we've seen nothing but wins. And yeah, the only way Russ is getting back out there is if Fields goes down with an injury. I believe that too.
Brian points out here, it seems like they're letting Russ down slowly out of respect. You can't ignore the progression of Fields or replace the guy who wins with a guy to win. I agree. And they are, I hopefully, handling Russ respectfully, but this is a multi-billion-dollar business, and feelings can't matter in this business, Sean. Um, if
Yeah.
I hate to sound harsh, but I could care less if I'm Justin or Mike Tomlin and what Russell Wilson's feeling. I hate to say that, but it's a business, man. Do you give a shit what Russell Wilson has to say?
No, not at all, bro. No way. I mean, it's all about what's going on out on the gridiron. And like you say, Justin Fields is winning games. Why change anything just because you're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings? That makes no sense. If you're worried about people's feelings, you're in the wrong business when it comes to football.
Yeah, no doubt. DJ Thomas says Titans fall to 0-3. Think we could pull a wide receiver two from them? I don't know. And speculating that, maybe it could be DJ. You could get something from them. Again, amongst other teams that are also struggling. But I do think this. You saw the emergence of Calvin Austin a little bit today.
Yeah.
You've yet to see Roman Wilson, a guy that was a healthy scratch. It seems as though that was the case today. I'm not sure why. But I think there still are viable options. I think the Steelers are in a solid position. They don't have to make a move, but it would be really nice to make a move. Is that where you're kind of leaning, Sean? Or do you think the Steelers should make a move before the trade deadline for a wide receiver?
I don't think they should go for it, man. I think they should roll with what we have. We still haven't even seen what Roman Wilson can bring. I also thought we were going to see him today, and I was actually disappointed when I saw he
Me
wasn't
too.
playing. So I think we should wait. Let's be patient. Let's continue to wait and see what Roman Wilson could bring to the table before we make any moves of desperation. Because I feel like that's what it would be. It'd be a move of desperation. There's nothing to panic about. The Steelers are 3-0 with a solid, nice little comfort zone in the AFC North. Why change anything right now?
No doubt, man. I gotta say, I agree, man. I just think it's. We'll see. I think it would be a luxury, and let's just continue to hope the Steelers win, and hopefully that happens, man. And the luxuries start to happen, and the injuries start to fade away a little bit. Let's update some more scores here around the league here in the back half of the day here on Week 3 NFL Sunday. Carolina is actually up against the Las Vegas Raiders, 14-7 right now in the second quarter with 9:28 remaining. Carolina possesses the football, first and 10 at the Carolina 35. 3:38 remaining in the second quarter as the Seattle Seahawks are up 17-3 against the Miami Dolphins as they stumble without Tua Tagovailoa. Let's continue through the chat here on our live post game show as the Pittsburgh Steelers, Sean, improved to 3-0. Couldn't be happier with this game. Yeah, it seemed a little rough at the beginning, but the Steelers never wavered. Name Fields the starter. Our back half of the schedule will determine if a quarterback swap will be needed. Let Fields get better. He can only get better. Wilson has hit his ceiling, but has the experience. I think you don't trade Russell Wilson. I do think that, Sean. Again, depth is key.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, that is the truth. Allow Justin to play until he loses the job. I think that just has to be what Mike Tomlin says. If it were me and I'm Mike Tomlin, I go to the podium and I say, this is Justin Fields. This is his team. This is his job until it isn't anymore. And that's all dependent on Justin. And I would leave it at that. Do you think that would be a good thing to say?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Just go out there and say it how it is. He's winning. Why pull him now? This is our starter until he gets hurt or further notice. This is our starter, period.
John's mad about this, Sean, not going for that down there to put the score up to 27. He's pissed. He said, I don't even get no cheeseburgers now. Uh,
John, Broadway on fire.
Broadway, downtown John Broadway. Mark Collins, I would actually love it if Russell Wilson retired, then sign a contract to mentor and coach Fields up. I don't know about any of that stuff. I don't think he'll retire. I think he still feels like he has some football left in him. Maybe they sign Redfro and see what he can do. Man, yeah, there's possibilities out there, guys. I think the possibilities become greater and greater and greater, and that's why I wasn't disappointed about not landing a guy like Brandon Ayuk because you knew this was going to happen. You knew this was going to happen in the NFL. Teams lose, teams start to suck, teams offload players. Hey, Yuns, let's keep our Steelers intact. Don't be fantasizing about something that isn't necessary. I think that's probably a good philosophy. Big Nick, Slick Nick says, big play for the Ravens. This is what it feels like to be a Cowboys fan and the massive letdown. Let's give you an update here. There, Baltimore goes up 14-3 in the first quarter. And it is what? 2:41 remaining in the first, and Baltimore has the ball first and 10 at the Baltimore 35. You might not get your wish of the Baltimore Ravens going 0-3, but the Steelers going 3-0 definitely was a big, big deal. Ravens first and goal, touchdown Ratbirds, touchdown Shitbirds. Derrick Henry with the score, touchdown Ravens. We are caught up in the chat, so make sure if you want to put any closing comments in here as the Pittsburgh Steelers improve to 3-0, go ahead and do that. But we are going to start wrapping it up. Sean, your closing thoughts here on week 3 with the Pittsburgh Steelers gaining that dub. What's your closing thoughts on this week?
You know what? 3-0, you guys. This is a great feeling. We haven't felt this way in many years. We're off to a great start. We got we got depth on the bench. Everybody's rising to the occasion. This is just it's a good day to just be happy and not hit the panic button like we've been saying all off season through the season now. Things are really looking up for Pittsburgh, and you know what? even if the Ratbirds go out there and get a win today, it doesn't matter because the Steelers got their number and Lamar Jackson cannot win against Pittsburgh. I'm just feeling really good about everything. And, let's just continue to be supportive of what's going on in Pittsburgh because I think there's nothing but good things on the horizon for us. And, and like always, thanks for coming into the chat and giving us something to talk about. It's been really fun to see everybody's scoring predictions come to life, and you guys are all really close. I just have a lot of fun, and thanks for bringing me on, Jason. It's always great to talk football with you and just share knowledge with each other and just run things back and forth. I feel really appreciative of you, Mike Drop, and the Mike Drop Mafia, and just the Pittsburgh Steelers as a whole. So right on, guys. Thank you
Thanks,
so
man.
much for everything.
Appreciate it, dude. We enjoy having you, no doubt about it. Yes, thank you, man. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Sean. We appreciate you guys very, very much too. And appreciate you, Sean, for coming on and joining us, giving up your time. Time is valuable, my friends, and giving it up is a very big thing. So I always appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you guys giving up your time each and every day to join us as we continue to build the best Steelers community here on the entire internet, all of YouTube. And I think we can continue to make that possible as we continue to march through this regular season. Yes, we do love having Sean on. Thank you, Russ. I appreciate that.
Thank
But
you.
yes,
Thank
guys,
you.
we're trying to build that and we are trying to continue to build this channel up. And this new format has been exciting. We've been averaging a lot of steady viewers here. I appreciate that because I was worried about switching formats if viewership would go down, and it has not. And I owe all that to you guys, the Mic Drop Mafia. You guys are awesome. So again, guys, 3-0. The Pittsburgh Steelers win, and it was a
Yeah.
big day for your Pittsburgh Steelers, and we truly appreciate the efforts of this ball club. And that's about it, guys. We're going to wrap it up. So thank you. And we truly, truly appreciate you. So until tomorrow, I'm Jason. That's Sean. This is Mike Drop Sports.
Good night,
Peace.
everybody.